Today, we're not just talking about horror movies, we're plunging headfirst into the spookiest, bone-chilling, and hair-raising films you can currently stream on Netflix. So, dim those lights and fasten your seatbelt because we're about to embark on an exhilarating journey into the heart-pounding world of horror. Let's dive right in. Kicking things off at number 10, we've got The Ritual. It's a spine-tingling tale of friends lost in a sinister Scandinavian forest. The Ritual appears to be a familiar film, but the horrors within are unexpected and beautifully delivered. With an IMDb rating of 6.3, it's a trek into the unknown that'll leave you with goosebumps. Plus, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a haunting 74%. Creeping in at the 9th spot is Deliver Us from Evil. This one's inspired by true events, making it all the more spine-chilling. New York police officer investigates a series of crimes. He joins forces with an unconventional priest, schooled in the rites of exorcism, to combat the possessions that are terrorizing their city. IMDb rates it a 6.2, and Rotten Tomatoes audiences gives it a 49% that'll make you question what's lurking in the dark. The Popes Exorcist takes the 8th spot, and it's not your run-of-the-mill exorcism flick. It follows Father Gabriel, the Vatican's leading exorcist, as he investigates the possession of a child and uncovers a conspiracy the Vatican has tried to keep secret. With a gripping story and an IMDb rating of 6.1, it's a devilishly good watch. Rotten Tomatoes audiences? Well, they're blessing it with an 81% that's heavenly in its own way. Sailing into number 7 is Ouija, Origin of Evil. It's a supernatural thriller that'll have you looking twice at your Ouija board. In 1967 Los Angeles, a widowed mother and her daughters add a new stunt to bolster their scene scam business by inviting an evil presence into their home, not realizing how dangerous it is. IMDb conjures up a 6.2, and Rotten Tomatoes are in on the haunting fun, granting it a 84%. Lights Out illuminates the 6th spot. This one's all about the fear of the dark, and it's not for the faint of heart. A young woman realizes that her mother is possessed by a supernatural spirit that hunts only in the dark. However, a spate of murders compels her to confront the spirit and save her family. IMDb rates it 6.3, and Rotten Tomatoes? They're flicking the lights on and off with a 74% that proves it's a true scarefest. Under the Shadow casts a haunting shadow at number 5. Set against the backdrop of the Iran-Iraq War, it's a tale of supernatural terror that is a must-watch. As a mother and daughter struggle to cope with the terrors of the post-revolution, war-torn Tehran of the 1980s, a mysterious evil begins to haunt their home. IMDb rates it 6.8, and Rotten Tomatoes have been captivated, awarding it a 99% that'll have you keeping the lights on. Coming in at number 4 is Cargo. This post-apocalyptic thriller is a unique take on the zombie genre. A virus that turns humans into zombies within 48 hours spreads through Australia. Andy and Kay, a married couple, try to protect their daughter Rosie from the virus. IMDb set its course with a 6.3, and Rotten Tomatoes? They're on board with a 87% that'll make you rethink the undead. Apostle takes us to the 3rd spot. It's a slow burn horror that'll have you questioning everything. In 1905, a drifter on a dangerous mission to rescue his kidnapped sister tangles with a sinister religious cult on an isolated island. IMDb's delivered it with a 6.3, and Rotten Tomatoes? They're hailing it with a 78% that shows it's a true cult classic. Runner-up is Bird Box. It's a post-apocalyptic thriller that'll make you afraid of what you can't see. 5 years after an ominous unseen presence drives most of society to suicide, a mother and her 2 children make a desperate bid to reach safety. IMDb gives it a 6.6, and Rotten Tomatoes is blind to its charm, awarding it a 64% that's as suspenseful as the movie itself. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, securing the top spot, is Hush. This is a relentless home invasion thriller that'll have you on the edge of your seat. A deaf and mute writer who retreated into the woods to live a solitary life must fight for her life in silence when a masked killer appears at her window. IMDb crowns it with a 6.6, and Rotten Tomatoes is whispering their praises, giving it a 93% that'll leave you gasping for air. And that's it. Grab your remote, cue up your Netflix, and let the nightmares begin. Until next time, keep watching, keep chillin', and don't forget to like and subscribe.